So today we will go for equipotential surface. So what is equipotential surface? It is the locus of the points which are at same potential. So जो पॉइंट सेम पोटेंशियल रे अछंती सेही पॉइंट रो लोकस बा कलेक्शन को हमें कहूचे इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस. So if we take a point charge, the equipotential surfaces are concentric spheres. So let this is a point charge Q here. The equipotential surface are the concentric spheres. So a sphere रे जेकोनोसी पॉइंट रे पोटेंशियल सेम रहिबो, a sphere रे जेकोनोसी पॉइंट रे पोटेंशियल सेम रहिबो. So these are the equipotential surfaces. Similarly, if we take uniform electric field, here equipotential surfaces are planes perpendicular to the electric field lines. For example, electric field is like this, then the equipotential surface are like this. So they are planes perpendicular to the electric field lines. So if electric field lines is like this, equipotential surface will be perpendicular planes. Then next we will go for dipole. So if we place a dipole here, let this is plus q, this is minus q. Now, the equipotential surfaces are like this. The bold lines represent the electric field lines, the dotted lines represent the equipotential surfaces. Just observe one thing, between the charges the equipotential surfaces are close to each other, and outside the charges the equipotential surfaces are separated apart. So here the equipotential surfaces are closed, here they are separated. Okay. Next, these are for two opposite kind of charge. Next we will take the similar kind of charge. So these are the electric field lines for two similar positive charges, similar kind of charges, that is two positive charges. If you take the for two negative charges, the diagram will be same, only direction will be reversed. Arrow mark will be towards the charge if both are negative. Now, equipotential surface, they are like this here. At this side they are closed, here they are separated. This will be the equipotential surface. In the middle they are separated and at this side they are closed. Next, for charged straight wire, equipotential surfaces are cylindrical with the wire as its axis. So this is a charged wire. The equipotential surfaces are the cylinders. These are the equipotential surfaces. Then we'll go for properties of equipotential surfaces. First point, the potential difference between any two points of an equipotential surface is 0. Second, the work done by moving a charge between any two points of an equipotential surface is 0. So this is for along any path. Not necessarily charges should move along the equipotential surface. The initial and final point must lie in the same equipotential surface. If the charges are taken from one point to the other of an equipotential surface along any path, the work is zero. Now, suppose this is an equipotential surface. This point is A, this point is B. Now, by definition, every point on a equipotential surface must be at same potential. So, VA must be equal to VB. So, we can say VB minus VA, it is equal to 0. So, the first point, the potential difference between any two points of an equipotential surface is 0. Now, suppose someone take a charge Q from A to B along any path from A to B. So, now WA to B, work done, by definition it is equal to Q into VB minus VA. But A and B are on the same equipotential surface. So, VB minus VA equal to 0. So, WAB equal to 0. So, the work done by moving a charge between any two points of an equipotential surface is always 0. Two equipotential surface never intersect each other because if they do so, there are two potentials possible at the point of intersection. But this is impossible. Suppose two equipotential surfaces intersect each other at point P. Now, let first equipotential surface has a potential V1 and the second potential surface has a potential V2. So, on every point of the first surface, the potential is V1. On every point of the second surface, the potential is V2. Now, at point P, it is on the first surface. So, it has a potential V1 as well as it is in the second surface. So, it has a potential V2. That means one point has two potentials. But this is an impossible concept because every point has always a single potential. So, two equipotential surfaces can never intersect each other. Electric field is always perpendicular to equipotential surface at every point. Electric field is always perpendicular to equipotential surface at every point. So, suppose this is an equipotential surface. Now, electric field is not perpendicular to the surface. So, it makes an angle theta with the surface. Now, electric field can be resolved into two components. One is E cos theta parallel to the surface, E sin theta perpendicular to the surface. If this is the surface, E is like this. So, E has two components, one along the surface, one perpendicular to the surface. Now consider 2 points A and B in the surface here. So a charge Q naught is moved from A to B and this distance is delta R. Now work done by moving the charge Q naught from A to B equal to Q naught into Vp minus Va, but work equal to force into displacement, so it is F delta R, but Vp minus Va equal to 0 because A and B are on the same equipotential surface. Now F equal to Q naught into this component, so this is Q naught E delta R cos theta. Now here Q naught E and delta R are non-zero, but their product is 0. So only possibility is cos theta equal to 0. That is theta equal to 90 degree. So theta is the angle between electric field and the surface. So in every case theta must be equal to 90 degree. So we can say electric field is always perpendicular to equipotential surface at every point. Magnitude and direction of electric field from equipotential surface. Now, how to calculate magnitude and direction of electric field from equipotential surfaces? Make this strength better term. So, now first, E is always perpendicular to the equipotential surface at every point. Second, E equal to minus dV by dr. So, in the direction of electric field, potential decreases. So using these two property, we can find the direction of electric field. Suppose it is given that the equipotential surfaces are like this. This is 60 volt, this is 30 volt, this is 20 volt. Now draw lines which are perpendicular to each of these surfaces. So the lines will be like this. Now you have to, these are the electric field lines because these lines are perpendicular to the surfaces at every point. Now we have to find the direction. So in the direction of electric field, potential decreases. I can take two directions along the line here, either inwards or outwards. If I take inwards, then the potential increases. This cannot be the direction of electric field. So the possible direction of electric field is outwards. So this is the direction of electric field. At any point you can calculate. At this point electric field is directed this. So this is how we can calculate direction of electric field from equipotential surface. So E equal to minus delta V by delta. If delta V equal to constant, that implies magnitude of V is inversely proportional to magnitude of delta. So if equipotential surfaces having same potential difference are close to each other, then electric field is stronger. So suppose I have to draw the equipotential surfaces like this. This is 30 volt, this is 20 volt, this is 10 volt. Now I will take 2 points A and B here. So the potential difference between these two is 10 volt, and here it is also 10 volt. So potential difference is constant. Now E is inversely proportional to delta. तो जोटी सरफेस लागी लागी रहिबे सेठी फील्ड स्ट्रांग हबो, जोटी छाड़ छाड़ी रहिबे सेठी वीक हबो. तो A और B भितर स्ट्रांग फील्ड के हबो, वीक फील्ड के हबो. A is the strong field, B is the weak field. So we can say electric field at A has a greater magnitude than electric field at B.